Sup guys, if you're a videographer, you need to realize the landscape as we know it in 2025 going into 2026 is drastically changing. And I'm not saying that to instill some sort of fear mongering into you. Well, actually, you can decide if you think it is or not after you've heard my points about why I think that. But with the rise of AI and the way things are changing with these four topics of ad, done for you, cash, and being solo, you are going to realize that if you don't pack up your ideas and change the way you're doing business, you are going to be left behind. And if you think this year's been hard for you, next year is going to be even harder if you even survive it. So why do I think this? So number one, ads. Most videographers do not know how to run ads. And that's a fucking problem because A, they're relying on really outdated marketing strategies to get leads, cold calling, cold DMs, fucking using LinkedIn, all of that bollocks. Like, it works, but it's getting worse and worse and worse. It also just fucking sucks to do it, let's be real. You need to learn ads so you can get results for your own business. Like, here's the thing with videographers, guys. You are already very fucking good at content. The only thing you need to learn, the only thing you're missing is ads. If you just do ads on top of what you already do, you're so easy to help. You're so easy to scale. The hard bit is the content. The hard bit is making shit look good. But you already have that skill. Like, if I had to work with someone who knew ads and teach them videography, or a videographer and teach them ads, teaching a videographer ads is so much easier than teaching an ad guy how to do video. Okay? Like, you either have it or you don't when it comes to creative. So the reason being, you need to be able to get results for not only you, but also for your clients. Because this makes the selling of the service so much better. If you don't know how to get results for you, if you don't know how to get results for yourself, if you can't go out there, run ads, and know how to bring clients in the door, there's no fucking way you can offer that to businesses that you work with either. And if you can't do that, every time you come up against a videographer who does know ads and the quoting process, the pitching process, you're gonna fucking lose. They're gonna charge way more than you, but they're still gonna win the work because they can actually get results. And it's coming down to ROI. Businesses just want ROI, and they should. Like, why wouldn't? If I ran a plumbing company and I wanted ROI on my video content, of course I'm going to want that. Like, think about it. I'm always going to go with the guy who's like, yeah, not only am I going to make you pretty videos, but I'm also going to run ads for you to make sure we actually get clients for the plumbing company, right? So we need to have some sort of ROI. We need to have a way that the client can clearly see how they get a return on the investment. Because once we go into this sort of territory, this is when we can charge way more money, like thousands of pounds a month, or we can do 5, 6, 8K PIFs up front for these kind of packages that I coach on or teach. Because at the end of the day, guys, if you don't know if you can't offer an ROI, why would they give you 5K for a video project? Why would they give you 5K for a content project? I have done multiple 5-figure projects for clients, and near the end of my agency career, I used to feel a little bit insecure about charging that much money, knowing the only thing I was doing was supplying video. I wasn't really solving a problem until I learned ads. So the other thing is, it's going to be so much easier to get sign-off, so much easier to get the client to say yes when you have results and ROI attached to it. If they imagine you have this wonderful client come in the door and they're like, yeah, Ben, this is what we want to do. This is the sort of content we want, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, hey, cool. And they're like, yeah, so what are the videos actually going to do for us? Oh, they're going to look sick on the website. They're going to look sick on your Instagram. We're going to make some banging reels, bish, bash, bosh. Yeah, but what's it actually going to do? Not a lot. You can't really guarantee views because you're not some sort of virality monkey. So you're just going to have to say, well, it's just going to make shit look good. But like, that's not enough anymore. That's not enough. Video is very commonplace now. You need to separate yourself. Number 2, done for you versus done with you. So there's loads of different ways that you can offer a service, not just video, but services in general. Done for you, done with you, or DIY, they do it themselves. Typically, videographers, myself included for a part of my agency career, was done for you. They would give me the brief, I would make the video content, I would deliver the video content, I would wipe my hands of it and say goodbye, good luck, right? That model fucking sucks, both for the client and for you, for 2 reasons. If you can't help your client with the video content and how best to use it, they're not going to use it the best, right? I'm sure we've all had the story where we've color graded a nice reel, given it to the client, and they've then whacked it on Instagram and put an Instagram filter over the top of it, and you're there just like with your head in your hands. But why would they know any different? They're not a videographer, guys. We need to, like, in part, we kind of need to coach the client a little bit. They don't know videography like we know videography. okay? They don't know social media like we know social media. If you're a millennial, this is our bread and butter. This is what we grew up in learning. Like social media is our bread and butter, just naturally. This is how we were just raised on it, okay? So what do we do instead? We do a done with you offer. So instead of just delivering the content, we actually work with the client to make sure they know exactly what content they should be using. We build the content right for them, specific to their goal. And then we actually kind of give them a little bit of a handhold between where they are and where they want to be to make sure they get the best bang for buck out the content. When you do this, guys, your client's naturally going to get better results. And if your client gets better results, so do you, because you'll get more social proof, more referrals, more testimonials, more case studies. Like, it's just like a flywheel. The more effort and love you give to your clients, guess what? Your company grows. That's the secret. Look after your clients. You don't need more leads, you just need better lead efficiency, okay? I've put dumb clients here because I've had so many clients just fucking, I had Max, our color grader, put a lovely grade on all these films and then they would just chuck an Instagram right over the top. And I used to blame them, but at the same time, it's my fault by not leading them. Clients want better support, and a hybrid offer is way more valuable. So they're not just going to give you the brief, you give them the content on a Google Drive, they have it, and they're like, oh, okay, I've got all this fucking great stuff. I hope I use this correctly because I've paid a lot of money for it. Instead, we're going to work with the client a lot closer to make sure that when they get the content, when they get the service, when they get the product, they know exactly what to do with it. And I'm not saying you go out there and you post it for them, but you at least tell them, like, in the pre-production, what we're doing and how we're doing it, okay? So that's number 2. So first one, like, guys, you need to learn ads. Second, you need to move to a done with you offer. Number 3, how's the lighting there? No, I'll stay where I was. Number 3, cash. So when you're able to offer ads and a done with you service, you can charge way higher price because you're able to get results and offer an ROI. And because of that, you can sometimes do what we like to call in the industry a PIF, a payment up front, payment in full, okay? And the way that I like to structure the retainers for the guys who I work with is anywhere between 1 to 2.5K per month on a 3 to 6 month retainer, or they get a nice little juicy discount if they pay up front. The reason we do that is we can take 10% of that immediately and pump that straight back into ads. That's how we scale. All the profit, or some of the profit, not all the profit, sorry, you want to live. Some of the profit from the PIF goes straight back into ads. We can still do that with retainers, of course, but cash is king. If we just stack the bank account really high, it's going to do 2 things for you. A, it's going to enable you to go fucking super aggressive on the ads and absolutely dominate the town you're in. Number 2, it's going to move you from scarcity mindset to abundance mindset. And that's really key, guys, because fundamentally business is 10% systems, 90% mindset, how much you believe in yourself. And having a lot of cash in the bank is going to make you think, you know what, that client who's pissing me off, who I don't want to work with and they don't pay me very much, bin those fuckers off. It's going to give you confidence to do those sort of things. Walk into a meeting, if the guy doesn't want to buy, you don't give a shit because you've got 3 more meetings that day and you've got cash in the bank. That's how you want to be acting within your business, because ironically, when you're like that, you get more clients coming to you because they don't taste the commission breath when you speak to them. They think, holy fuck, this guy does not care if I hire them or not. That's why, like, I don't chase people in the DMs. Like, if they don't want to work with me, I don't give a shit. Like, I have plenty of money and I have plenty of fucking good clients that I work with. If you want to work with me, great, but like, I don't need to work with you. So PIF. PIF is the daddy, in my opinion. So another thing is you get juicy retainers because you are obviously going to offer results and ROI. That's a given. You can charge thousands per month. But here's the kicker. Here's where it gets really clean, in my opinion. I've had not quite a 5-figure per month retainer. It was 9K a month, so 108 grand, a 6-figure retainer per year. That sounds cool, right? So 108K a year for a cybersecurity company. Every single month that retainer went on, I felt insecure because I was like, there's no fucking way I'm offering that much value, because I'm not getting results. It was organic content. It was just organic content. A shitload of it, sure, and it was making their socials look good, but it wasn't really part of some sort of high-level marketing strategy at the time. Most of you are probably doing the same fucking thing. Whereas when you're offering results and ROI, clients just renew, because if you're getting them the results, why wouldn't they? Last, solo. The main reason, in my opinion, why we're seeing this huge shift now, historically, videographers, video agencies, this is how it would work. If a brand wanted to get results, they'd need to hire a marketing or an ad agency, and then also hire a video agency to make the content. Or the marketing agency would just subcontract to the video agency. So in order to get ads and campaigns up and running, it was extremely expensive. We're talking 5 figures a month in most cases for decent brands, like very fucking costly, okay? Because you've got the marketing to pay for, the ads to pay for, the video to pay for. It was just a fucking bucket full of cash. So in order to get results on that, you had to go balls to the wall. Whereas now, what videographers can do is they can learn ads and they can do the whole service in-house with one person, which means they haven't got to charge 10K per month. They can charge 1 to 2K per month, but they can get 10 to 15 clients on that retainer quite comfortably and then let that thing just tick over. And really, like with this kind of model, this is how you scale up to like 20, 30, 40, 50K a month if you want to, quite easily. Because guys, like this is what I'm trying to say. If you're a videographer and you don't learn to run ads, like if you don't want to learn to run ads, fine. But if your competitors learn to run ads and they start fulfilling all these things, they are going to run fucking circles around you. Because if they've got the cash to pump more and more money into ads by getting piffs, they can offer results, ROI, get faster sign off. They're going to help their clients get better value and therefore better case studies. And they can offer the same sort of product or service as a big marketing agency mixed with a video agency. They are going to run fucking rings around you. Think about it from the prospect's point of view, okay? Emotional intelligence. Put yourself in the shoes of your prospect about what they need and why they would go for someone. They're gonna go for the guy who's maybe not the cheapest, but like fucking hell, they have insane results. Do I want to spend that much on video marketing right now? No, but I don't really think I have a choice. This is exactly what I need, and that comes down to sales. But anyway, this is why these are like the four horsemen of the apocalypse of like why your video business is going to go under in 2026. Now, I don't just mean go out there, guys, and just learn bog standard ads. There's strategies you need to learn. If you're interested in working with me, you can just DM me on Instagram. But like, please do not leave this up to chance. Like, if you love your video company, you want to keep doing this. This is a non-negotiable anymore. Like, as much as you've been putting this off, if you don't learn this, you are fucked. I will bet my house on it. Okay, now you can decide if that was fear-mongering or not. I don't think so. I think that was a lot of fucking sauce. I'll see you guys in the next one.